Now for this hour, we start with Ukraine and Russia. Ukraine says it only targets military positions after Russia accused Kyiv of killing civilians in a drone attack, while Moscow claims 27 civilians were killed in a strike in Russian-occupied southern Ukraine. According to media reports, a Ukrainian army spokesman rejected the allegation. He said Ukraine's defense forces follow international humanitarian law. He has stressed that all strikes are aimed exclusively at enemy military targets. The claims and counterclaims comes as fighting continues across occupied areas of Ukraine. Now for this discussion, we welcome Mr. Peter Baum. He's an editor at Weekly Blitz, joins us live from London. Thank you very much, Mr. Baum, for joining us. Good to see you, and Happy New Year to you. Thank you. Now looking at this, how do you think these, the comments from both sides are jeopardizing any efforts for peace? And as we know, this year there are few talks that's supposed to take place between Ukraine and Russia.
Yeah, well, both sides are clearly positioning themselves for the next round of potential peace talks, and there can be truth in both statements, and I think there is in these matters. The claims that Russia is only targeting military sites, or has been, is a complete myth, a false narrative. That's for sure, and we've seen that with our own eyes and our own. Even though our media coverage in the West is continuously biased and promoting a certain side, we can definitely verify that Russia is lying when she says that it's only targeting military targets. Ukraine, on the other hand, there is some truth in the Ukrainian claims, in that she seems to be targeting military sites, but we've seen that there have been successful bomb explosions in civilian areas, albeit targeting military personnel. Now, so with that, as I said to you, there is an element of truth in both claims.
Right.
However, sorry.
Yes, and my second question is, Mr. Baum, how do you think Russian people are, Russian citizens, do they have any appetite, do you think, for or pressuring the government to end the war?
We very rarely see what's truly going on amongst the Russian population, but we do know from the New Year's Eve message that Putin put out that he is losing control of sympathy for this war. The Russian people are fed up with what's going on. There have been numerous desertions, there have been numerous deaths, there have been Russian prisoners being led out simply to fight Putin's battle, and the harsh reality is that the Russian economy is suffering. So although Russia is very good at hiding and covering up excuse me, what's actually going on in Russia, you can rest assured that the Russian civilian population are completely fed up with this war, and that is perhaps one reason why Russia very recently has been more amenable to potential peace talks than she has been in the previous 2 years. So with a harsh winter setting in, and with Ukraine continuing its attacks on the Russian energy infrastructure, unfortunately the Russian people are going to continue to suffer. It's not a popular war. It was when it first started, in the first 3 months of the war, make no doubt about it. Putin was backed almost 100% by the Russian population. But as months go on, it's becoming increasingly unpopular, although domestic unpopularity will not be enough to topple the Russian administration.
Right. With that, I would like to thank Mr. Peter Baum for joining us from London and sharing that insight. Now we move on to Middle East. Saudi airstrikes have hit a military camp belonging to a